Matthew chapter 24, verse 43. When unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Giving all praises to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawah-Shad, Bahashem, Rakha-Chodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of great millstone, and shalom to the elect. That's what these lessons are for. All right, brothers, and those of you sisters that watch the shows. Matthew 24 and 43, reading down, is pretty much dealing with how a person is possessed by demons, by spirits, man. So let's read it again, and let's read down to get some more insight. When the unclean spirit, which is a demon, is going out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. Which this is talking about the demons, okay? When you come into this truth, okay, this truth purifies you, all right? You start to pray unto Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahawah-Shad. You start to fast unto him. You start to learn, different things about the scriptures, and it starts to purify you because your body is a temple, and you've been polluted living in this society. We come into this truth, we got all kind of spirits on us, man, but this truth purifies you, okay, to a certain degree. We know the true purification is going to come when Yahawah comes back with the healing in his wings. But this truth do get them demons up off you. But certain demons cannot go out without prayer and fasting, like Yahawah spoke about. All right? So, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man or woman, okay, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest, and findeth none. That's right. So, in other words, the spirit or the demon needs a host to dwell in, okay, which your body would be the host. So when you was in the world, eating pork chops and shrimps and all that, you had demons on you, okay? When you was doing things that are contrary to the scriptures, when you was in the world, you had demons on you. But when you come back into this thing of ours, you start to, purify yourself, okay, by the way of learning of Yahawah, Yahawah-Shad. So the demon jumps up off you. But now the demon got to look for another host, okay? And you have an example of that in the book of Matthew, the 8th chapter. Matthew 8 and 28. And when he was come to the other side into the country of the Gergesenes, this is Yahawah is talking about, there met him two possessed of devils or demons. So you had people that were possessed. All that stuff about the exorcist and humans being possessed by demons, that's all in the scriptures, man. All right? It says, coming out of the tombs, exceeding fierce. Now, if somebody is dwelling among the graveyards, all right, they got spirits on them, man. All right? So that no man might pass by that way. And behold, they cried out, this is the demons now, saying, what have we to do with thee, Yahawah, thou son of the Most High? Art thou come hither to torment us before the time? And there was a good way off from them, and herd of many swine feeding. So the devils besought him, saying, if thou cast us out, meaning cast the demons out of those men that were possessed. Well, it didn't really say men. It said two possessed. Okay, so we don't know if it was a men or women. Okay, could have been two men more than likely. Okay, but these women get possessed by demons as well. All right, I think when you read in another chapter, I think it does tell you it's a man, if I'm not mistaken. I gotta go back and check that out. But anyway, reading down, it says, and there was a good way off from them a herd of swine feeding, many swine feeding. So the devils besought him, saying, if thou cast us out, suffer us to go into the herd of swine. Showing you what? That the demons need a host, okay, which is a body. So you have animals that could get possessed by spirits as well, okay. It says, and when he said unto them, go, and when they were come out, they went into the herd of swine, and behold, the whole herd of swine ran violently down a steep place into the sea and perished in the waters. So that goes to show you that the demons need a host or body, okay? You see what I'm saying? So us in this truth, them demons always looking for a way to get back, and it's going to tell you. Then he said, I will return into my house from whence I came out. Yeah, here it is. When you was in the world, you was smoking weed, you was doing all kind of wicked shit, you was involved in carjackings and robberies or whatever have you, okay? You were doing all manners of evil, things you ought not do. Now the demon is looking for a way to get back up in there. All right? You see, it says, and when he is come, he findeth it empty, swept, and garnished. And that's what happens when, you come into this truth. You start to clean up your act, man. Okay? You start to eat the right foods. And like I said, when you start praying and fasting unto the Lord, them demons start jumping up off you. Okay? It says, then goeth he. Now, if you succumb, it says, Salakia, then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Even so shall it be unto this wicked generation. So this happened to certain people, man. Like this guy of war, the former head of the GMS Mississippi branch. Okay, he's involved in all kind of madness, and he got this exact same thing happened to him, man. All right, that same demon that used to be on him, okay, brought 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and now he's going off calling the name of the Most High something that he ought not, even utter, because that's an abomination. The name of the Most High is Yahawah, okay, and the name of the Most High's only begotten Son is Ahla-Shad-Yah, okay. So now there is another name that the heathen would refer to the Lord as in the scriptures, because the Lord was jacking them up, which that name is Ahla-Shad-Yah, which when you go into the Hebrew, the word Allah means power or God. You see, you Muslims don't even know that. A lot of y'all don't even know that. You saying Allah, Allah, worshiping a rock, not knowing that the word Allah is a Hebrew word that means God or power. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So, Allah, then there's Shad. All right? Now you check this out. This is in the Bible Hub, and it goes into the definition of the word demon. You see the Hebrew translation? You have a Shah and you have a Da. Shad. All right? Hebrew translation right here. It says it right here. La, which is the, Shad, which is demon, and Yum, which is plural. So it says the demons. Then this is the translation in the KJV. They sacrificed unto devils, not to the Most High, which is demons. And that's essentially what you're doing if you're not in the truth. If you don't know the name of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawah, and you serving so-called, you calling the name of the Lord something else, you really sacrificing unto devils. Hey, because the damn devils, they'll take your praise directly or indirectly. Whether you calling yourself a Satanist and you praising Satan directly, or you calling yourself a Muslim, or you into Shintoism or Buddhism or whatever have you, guess what? You still praising Satan, because there's only 2 sides of a coin. It's either you worshiping the Most High or you serving Satan. There's no in between. Okay? And that's what you people don't understand. All right? So we have Allah-Shad, all right? Which Allah means God or power. Shad means demon, okay, and Yah, okay, they called him Ahla-Shad-Yah, meaning he. So Ahla-Shad-Yah, translated, means he, demon power, or he, demon-like power. And it's a reason why the heathen would call him that, because he was jacking them up, man. And there's multiple examples in the scriptures on that, man. Now, this is the book of First Samuel's chapter 5, verse 1. And it says, and the Philistines, which are a Hamitic nation, these were a great enemy and a thorn into our sides. You know, going back to the ancient world, it says, took the ark of the Most High and brought it from Ebenezer unto Ashdod. So this was in the land of Israel, okay? Which Ashdod is a seacoast city in Israel to this very day. It says, when the Philistines took the Ark of the Covenant, they brought it into the house of Dagon and set it by Dagon, which Dagon is their idol. Dagon was their so-called god, all right? And when they of Ashdod arose early in the morning, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the earth before the ark of the Lord. And they took Dagon and set him in his place again. So they went to sleep, and the angel came and kicked that goddamn idol over, okay, or smacked it upside his, smacked the shit out of it and knocked it over, And when they arose early on the morrow morning, behold, Dagon was fallen upon his face to the ground before the ark of the Lord, and the head of Dagon and both the palms of his hands were cut off upon the threshold. Only the stump of Dagon was left to him. So the Most High told the angel, look, man, go down there and smack that goddamn Dagon statue up off of there from in front of the Ark of the Covenant. The angel went down, smacked the shit out of it, kicked it off or whatever, and it fell down. Then them heathens, they put it back up there. And the Lord said, oh yeah, they put it back up there. The angel went back up there and told him, he said, you know what? Go down there and cut the head off and the palms off or the hands off too. All right? And the angel went back down and did it again. It says, therefore, neither the priest of Dagon nor any that come into Dagon's house tread on the threshold of Dagon into Ashdod unto this day. But the hand of the Lord was heavy upon them of Ashdod, and he destroyed them and smote them with emeroids, even Ashdod and the coast thereof. So the Most High was tearing their asses up because they took the Ark of the Covenant. The Lord wasn't pleased. All right? Which emeroids is something that jack people up to this day. You know what I'm saying? See that? A tumor. Okay? You see what I'm saying? It's from the Hebrew word Ipal. All right? So the Lord was tearing them up, man. It was getting jacked up. So let's go back. This is one of the reasons why they called the Most High Ahla-Shad-Yah. All right? And they eventually figured out, look, it's because we took the Ark of the Covenant from them Israelites, man. This is why they called him Ahla-Shad-Yah, which, once again, let me make it very clear. The name of the Most High is Yahawah, and his son's name is Yahawah. This is just something that the heathen called him because he was really jacking them up, man. Okay? He was putting curses upon them, and he was tearing them up, man. Let's read it again. 1 Samuel 5 and 6. But the hand of the Lord was heavy upon them of Ashdod, and he destroyed them and smote them with emeroids, even Ashdod and the coast thereof. And when the men of Ashdod saw that it was so, they said, the ark of the Lord, or the God of Israel, okay, the power of Israel, shall not abide with us. For his hand is sore upon us and upon Dagon our God. They ain't nothing but a bunch of heathens. They didn't know. Okay? They don't know that the Most High is one because the Heavenly Father ain't dealing with them. But they knew, they had sense enough to know it was because they had the Ark of the Covenant, and the God of the children of Israel is jacking them up for that reason. It says, they sent therefore and gathered all the lords of the Philistines unto them and said, what shall we do with the ark of the Lord, power of Israel? It says, and they answered, let the ark of the Lord, power of Israel, be carried unto Gath. And they carried the ark of the Lord, power of Israel, about thither. And it was so that after they had carried it about, the hand of the Lord was against the city with a very great destruction. So he was jacking up Ashdod and the coast thereof. Now they took it to Gath, and the Most High was jacking them up over there in Gath also. This is what it's telling you right here in the Bible. But people will tell you, oh, God is all love, and we got to hug one another and hold hands, and, you know what I'm saying? You know, skip through the tulips and daisies and all this bullshit. Meanwhile, it's telling you that the Lord, it says it right here, and it was so that after they had carried it about, the hand of the Lord was against the city with a very great destruction. And he smote the men of the city, both small and great, and they had hemorrhoids in their secret parts. You get hemorrhoids in your ass, okay? The Most High was making them get tumors, you know what I'm saying, in their buttocks, man. All right? Okay? The Most High did that, man. Therefore, they sent the ark of the Most High to Ekron. And it came to pass, as the ark of the Most High came to Ekron, that the Ekronites cried out, saying, they have brought about the ark of the power of Israel to us, to slay us and our people. So the Ekronites were smart. They said, no, we don't want it here. We heard about what happened to y'all. We don't want it here. All right? So they sent and gathered together all the lords of the Philistines and said, send away the ark of the power of Israel and let it go again to his own place. So they got smart, and they said, look, man, we got to get it up out of here. Take it back to where you got it from. All right? We don't need no hemorrhoids over here. It says that it slay us not and our people, for there was a deadly destruction throughout all the city. The hand of the Most High was very heavy there, and the men that died not smitten with hemorrhoids, and the city, and the cry of the city went up unto heaven. So the Most High was really terrorizing them devils. This is why they called him Ahla-Shad-Yah. Okay? Terrible demon-like power. All right? Or he demon-like power. All right? So when you go into 6 now, it says, and the ark of the Lord was in the city of the Philistines 7 months. And the Philistines called for the priest and the diviner, saying, what shall we do to the ark of the Lord? Tell us wherewith we shall send it to his place. And they said, if ye send away the ark of the power of Israel, send it not empty, but in any wise return him a trespass offering. It says, then ye shall be healed, and it shall be known to you why his hand is not removed from you. Then said they, what shall we be? What shall be the trespass offering which we shall return him? They answered, 5 golden emeralds. It says, and 5 golden mice, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines. It says, for 1 plague was on you all, and on your lords. Okay? So they went ahead and they put 5 golden emeralds, which is a tumor, you know what I'm saying? So it was something like a golden ball, okay, and 5 golden mice. All right? It says, according to the number of the lords of the Philistines. Wherefore, which is an unclean beast. But these are heathens that you dealing with. So what can you really expect Okay, the law wasn't really given unto them, but they had enough sense to know, look, this we being terrorized because we done something to the ark of the Lord of the children of Israel, which are you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. You are the children of Israel. Wherefore ye shall make images of your emeroids and images of your mice that mar the land. So another plague the Lord sent on them was mice. They had a mouse infestation in their land. Okay, and that's a very dreadful infestation. All right, you see what I'm saying? One second. Okay, it says in the images of. I'm doing something. It says in the images of your mice that mar the land, and ye shall. It says, and ye shall give glory unto the power of Israel. Preadventure he will lighten his hand from off you, and from off your powers, and from off your land. Bear me one moment. Okay, the water. It says, wherefore then do ye harden your hearts as the Egyptians and Pharaoh hardened their hearts when he was wroth, when he had wrought wonderfully among them? Did they not let the people go? And they departed, which is going back to the time of Egypt when the Most High sent them plagues on them. All right, which that's another reason why they called them Ahla-Shad-Yah. All right, now here's another instance. This is in the book of 2 Kings. Let's go right here to 27. 2 Kings 17 and 24, Salakia. It says, and the king of the Assyrians brought men from Babylon and from Kuthath and from Ava and from Hamath and from Sepharvaim, and placed them in the cities of Samaria instead of the children of Israel. Now, you brothers that know the history, okay, know that Ephraim, and the other tribes dwelled in Samaria, while Judah, so-called Negroid tribes, the southern kingdom dwelt, in the cities of Jerusalem, so on and so forth. And you had Samaria, which was inhabited by the other tribes. Okay, it says, instead of the children of Israel, and they possessed Samaria and dwelt in the cities thereof. And so it was at the beginning of their dwelling that they feared not the Most High. Therefore the Lord, Yahawah, sent lions among them, which slew some of them. Okay, so as you can see, the Most High got a track record of fucking these heathens up, man. All right, if he's not sending an infestation into their land, if he's not jacking them up with emeroids, when you go back to Egypt, he slayed the firstborn and turned the waters into blood, so on and so forth. All right, the Most High, man, he ain't dealing with you heathens, man. Okay, he's not dealing with you. Now, this is Wisdom of Solomon in the Apocrypha, the 17th chapter, which we're going to read through the whole chapter. I'll read through it. I'll go through it quick. Wisdom of Solomon 17 and 1. It says, for great are thy judgments and cannot be expressed. Therefore, unnurtured souls have erred. For when unrighteous men thought to oppress the holy nation, they being shut up in their houses, and prisoners of darkness, and feathered with the bonds of a long night, lay there exiled from the eternal providence. It says, for while they supposed to lay hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness, being horribly astonished and troubled with strange apparitions. That's right, man. The Most High is the first author of getting spooky, okay? You know, back in the day, you'd watch movies like Poltergeist and The Exorcist and things like that. Man, when I was a kid, I used to watch that stuff, man. That stuff used to freak me out of my mind. I used to have nightmares. I couldn't go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking that stuff is in the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm scared. I'm hearing things. I'm putting my head under the covers and all that, man. You see what I'm saying? But now I know that was Yahawah Ba'Shem Yahawah, them spirits, okay, that he created, man. This is talking about the Egyptians, man. This is talking about the Egyptians when they went to come after us in the wilderness, man. All right? It says, for neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. So the Lord was allowing demons to plague these Egyptians. He was allowing them to be terrified by demons, man. Which this still happens to this very day. You got people that are terrified by spirits and so on and so forth. So anybody that's saying that they don't believe in stuff like that, really you out of touch with what reality truly is, man. Okay? It says, no power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night. There you go. So they was under a thick veil of darkness, man. It says, only there appeared unto them a fire kindled of itself, very dreadful. It says, for being much terrified, they thought the things which they saw to be worse than the sight that they saw not. As for the illusions of a magic trick, of art magic, all right? This is what the Egyptians were into. They were into that magic. They were into how you call it, the left hand side of magic, black magic, if you will. All right. It says they were put down, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. Right. So here it is. You have these different, magi's of Egypt back then. You know what I'm saying? They brought the staff up. They turned it into snakes, like Moses did the same thing, but it was on the right hand side when Moses did it, and his staff that turned into a serpent ate up their serpents, man. So they thought there was these wise men. It says, and their vaunting in wisdom was reproved with disgrace. The Most High showed them what time it was, that the right hand is stronger than the left. It says, for they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at. It says, for though no terrible thing did fear them, yet being scared with beasts that passed by and hissing of serpents, they died for fear. Look at that. They was actually dropping dead for fear. It says, denying that they saw the air. It says, which could of no side be avoided. All right. It says, for wickedness condemned by her own witness is very tumultuous. It says, and being pressed with conscience always forecasteth grievous things. For fear is nothing else. For fear is nothing else but a betraying of the succourers which reason offereth. It says, and the expectation from within being less, counteth the ignorance more than the cause which bringeth the torment. It says, but they sleeping the same sleep that night, which was indeed intolerable, and which came upon them out of the bottoms of inevitable hell, all right, were partly vexed with monstrous apparitions. So the Lord was allowing them demons to go down there at that time and terrify these damn Egyptians, man. And partly fainted, their hearts failing them, for a sudden fear and not looked for came upon them. So then whosoever there fell down was straitly kept, shut up in a prison within iron bars. So these guys were dropping down, going into a how you call it, state, like a comatose state. You know what I'm saying? It says, for whether he were husbandman or shepherd or laborer in the field, he was overtaken and endured that necessity which could not be avoided. For they were all bound with one chain of darkness, whether it were a whistling wind or a melodious noise of birds among the spreading branches, or a pleasing fall of water running violently, or a terrible sound of stones casting down, or a running that could not be seen of skipping beast, or a roaring voice of most savage beast, or a rebounding echo from the hollow mountains. These things made them to swoon for fear. Yeah, so you could just imagine, it's so damn dark. You hearing all these different sounds, man. That was the Lord, and seeing these different spirits and whatnot. That was the Lord terrifying these Egyptians, man. This is why they called him Ahla-Shad-Yah. It says, for the whole world shined with clear light, and none were hindered in their labors. Only was spread over them only was spread in heavy night, and an image that of that darkness which should afterward receive them, but yet were they unto themselves more grievous than that darkness. So here it is, they chasing us, they after us in the daytime, and everybody else, all the other world, you know, the light is shining over them, but the Lord just put a super dark cloud over these damn heathens, man, and started terrifying them. All right? This is the power of Yahawah by Hashem Yahawah. This is why the heathen called him Ahla-Shad-Yah. And guess what? The demons are all in subjection unto the Most High, man. This is why in these churches, when they talking about, oh, you know, Satan got, him and the Lord, you know what I'm saying, he's beefing with the Lord and so on. Satan ain't beefing with the Lord. Satan is taking orders from the Lord, man. Okay? The spiritual demon Satan takes orders from the Most High. All right? Because the Heavenly Father deals with both sides. That's why the scriptures speak about an unjust balance is an abomination to the Lord. The Lord deals with the righteous, and the Lord deals with the wicked, the evil. All right? But he got ministers he set up over that stuff, man, to keep things balanced in the universes, man. All right? And right now, you know, the demons, they doing what they got to do. This is Satan's society. But guess what? That's why the scriptures tell you in 2 Corinthians, whom the God of this world has blinded. You know, if our gospel be not received, it is to them that are blind, whom the God of this world has blinded. Because Satan is ruling up over this world. But guess what? The Lord is getting ready to put things back in their proper order. Okay? This is the book of James, chapter 2, verse 19. Thou believest that there is one God? Yeah, you're supposed to believe that there is one power, man. You're not supposed to be tossed to and fro with every wind of doctrine. It says, thou doest well. The devils also believe and tremble, meaning the demons, man. Okay? The head demon, Satan himself included, trembles at the Most High. Okay? You see what I'm saying? So, these have been some examples on why the heathen referred to the Most High as Ahla-Shad-Yah. Lord, will this lesson was edifying, giving all praises to Yahawah by Hashem Yahawah Shai, by Hashem Rakha Chodash. Shalom to the elect.